Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Good evening, and good evening. You're watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. This evening, I want to touch base and we really want to go in on a particular emotive subject. Ogun State citizens have been suffering at the hands of the Fulani terrorists. They're not herdsmen, they're terrorists. And what's more, the federal government of Nigeria, it's now been established that they're the ones submitting, giving them weapons, giving them AK-47s. A terrorist confirmed that. Don't just take my word for it. That's what they are doing. And now the question that we're asking is this. Why has Governor Dapo Abiodun abandoned Ogun citizens in the Republic of Benin following the killings carried out by Fulani terrorists? Why? Now, what I want you to bear in mind in all this as well is there is something. Let me see that. Yeah. Now, I'm going to bring this to your attention. Before the governor, Dapo Abiodun, starts saying, no, it's not true, it's everything else. Citizens, youth of Ogun State, they told Ogun government, they said, Shepherd crisis is not even Shepherd, it's terrorists. You lied. The natives of Yewa fled to Republic of Benin. That's what the youth said. And there's furthermore proof of what I'm saying. So there's furthermore proof. So let's show you this now. Now, what I want to show you is this. I want to show you people of Ogun State in Pobe. And look at this. And this report came out on the 1st of March. We are now the 13th of March. No change. People are still unable to go back. People are unable to go back to their relatives and their homes and feel safe. They don't. The citizens, residents of Yewa and Imeko, Afon, local government areas, who have been troubled by recent weeks by so-called headsmen. They are Fulani terrorists. Are now fleeing to Benin Republic towns as refugees. Several reporters learned that some of the residents have moved to Pobe, a Benin Republic town, and are looking for houses to settle in until the rest in their town is over. So this is not an arrest. This is an orchestrated plan. Now I'm going to do something right now. I'm going to get you. I want you to play a voice, and I want you to listen to it, because this is so. When you hear this, and this is something we need to do. Governor Dapo Abiodun cannot get away with just being quiet. We cannot let him do that. No, he needs to come back and give and provide security. We're not interested in hearing him making excuses or going to building safe places. No, the safety and security of the people is something he has failed to do, and we need to make sure. Let me see. Let me see. So-called. Let me just get the picture. Right. Okay. Now, I want to just show you that. I will bring that up in another place. I'll bring that up in another, because it is important. See? I want you to, when I'm saying this, it is not a question of so give me a minute, please. Yeah, perfect. Perfect place to be. Perfect. You see, above the screen there, you will see that I've got, beg your pardon. You will see, above the screen, you will see there's a title. And the title states, it says here, I swear to the Almighty God that the government are the ones arming us. And you can see the picture. Those are the words there. Don't take my word for it. Please make sure that Governor Dapo Abiodun gets to see this video. Make sure it gets to him. So the people they call herders, they are terrorists. They are terrorists. It is important to state this. So Governor Dapo Abiodun, what are you doing about it? You are the Chief State Security Officer. What are you doing? We are giving you evidence that you need to act upon. The people of Yewa and Imekoafon, local government and other areas, they fled into Pobe. 5 women gave birth in that time. One of them, Caesarean. What have you done about them? Have you sent anybody to go and visit them? These are the parts of your responsibilities because they fled your state. If this happened to them under your watch, it is your duty as governor to provide safety and security for the people of Ogun State. They are your number one responsibility, not a federal government, not Abuja. The people who voted you into office, the Ogun people, the indigenes who voted you into office, they are the ones to whom you have ultimate responsibility and accountability. Right now, you are feeling them woefully. Since the 1st of October, you have not made concrete effort to bring them back. Not only that, before you even bring them back, to secure those areas. Now we are giving you concrete evidence that the federal government are the ones arming. They are the ones that are arming the Fulani terrorists. The first job you must do, since you are not doing it, we'll start telling you, is to make sure you kick out all the Fulanis who are saying they're herders, kick them out. Because they are the ones bringing in the cows. They are destroying the crops of the farmers. By the way, how much have you paid to the farmers whose crops have been destroyed by the so-called herders? How much? Can you tell us that? Can you give us an account? Because they've been doing that all over the state of Ogun State. How much have you paid? As the chief state security officer, the farmers are one of the most important sources of revenue for any state, and yet their crops have been destroyed. I have not heard you say one thing about providing compensation to them, and in terms of those who have been killed, nor for their crops. And there's the crazy thing. The same people, the same Fulani herders and the Fulani who destroy our crops will now say they're going to bring crops to us in the south, when they were the ones who destroyed it. What do you think they are putting in those crops that you're buying? Governor Dapo Abiodun, we are asking you this question. This is not about abuse. We have the right to ask you questions, and it is your job, your responsibility is to first and foremost the Ogun State people. It's your responsibility to them. And we are reminding you, it seems to us that you've forgotten your responsibility, and we will remind you. We are here to remind you of your responsibility to the people of Ogun State. And you have failed in your first job. Your primary purpose is to provide safety and security for the citizens of Ogun State. You failed. You have failed woefully, and you are not doing anything to address that situation. You are flying here and there. You are going up to this one. You are opening this. You are opening that. But the core aspect, without people, you cannot have a place to govern. The people who voted for you, now you've abandoned them in a foreign country. You've abandoned them in Benin Republic, in a place called Pobe. Your first responsibility is to address this issue and to bring it to the world's attention. You going out there to Pobe will bring it to the world's attention that yes, in the integrity of Nigeria has been compromised by the Fulani terrorists who are coming in and killing Yoruba people in their own land. They're not doing it in Fulani land. The integrity of the so-called contraption Nigeria has been compromised by the federal government arming Fulani terrorists with guns to go into southern towns and villages and kill Yorubas because they want the land. So that's clear evidence that the dismantling of contraption Nigeria is not being done by people who are asking to go have a dual nation, but by the fact that the federal government is arming Fulani terrorists with guns to come into our neighborhood and kill people. Here's evidence. In case you didn't see it, I want to give you some more evidence. There you go. I'll read some more to you, in case you missed it. Now, so yeah, I'm going to read this to you. Let me see. Second, please. A minute. I'm just trying to get you I'm trying to give you information. Let me help you. Since you're not able to do your job properly, Governor Dapo Abiodun, let me help you. Look, it was gathered. The people you see in the picture above, by the way, I'll scroll that back down so you can see that they are in Pobe. These are people who have fled. See the people, they are in Pobe. You see how many they are? I count at minimum 50. There must be minimum 50 people there. Governor of Ogun State, it is your responsibility. Those pictures, the people there, they are your responsibility. You need to take account of that. You need to go and visit them there. You need to secure their towns and villages. Provide safety and security for them. And the best way you can do it, the Fulanis you've had, I swear to Almighty God that the government is the one arming us. So, Governor Dapo Abiodun, with this evidence, you have every right to kick out the Fulani terrorists because the government is arming them. And you know what the government is doing? They are taking youths, 16-year-old Fulanis, they are teaching them terror tactics about how to kill people. And then when they graduate, you know what they give them when they graduate from Islamia schools? Governor Dapo Abiodun, do you know what they give them when they graduate? They give them AK-47s. No, I kid you not. This is what this young man said. And in fact, if I can, let me get that one out also for you. We are here to educate you and enlighten you. It seems to us, not seems, it is obvious to us that you are not enlightened and you are too busy going to very quick to go to Abuja and kowtow to the very people who are killing your people. Now let me just see if I can find that for you. Here we go. There's more that I want to show you. Let me see if I can show you that. There's more here. I do that. Now, the next one you see there, see? I attended Islamia. No. Okay. I'm going to get that to you. Don't worry. It's coming. It's coming. I'll get it there. Don't worry. We'll get it there. Don't worry. We'll get it there and there now. So 40. Yeah. Now, the next one, that's another still from a video, which I will play if need be, but I'm just showing you stills. I want you to read it. It says, let me help you again, Governor Dapo Abiodun. It says, I attended Islamia. When I finished my school, we were given weapons. So you see, when they graduated from the terror school, you know what they gave them? AK-47. Governor Dapo Abiodun. Yes, they were given AK-47. So, when we are hearing, and he said, there's one more thing I want you to, in fact, I will find the video for you. You know what? That's it. We're going for the video right now. And I want you, whoever gets this, make sure this message gets to him, please. Make sure this message gets to Dapo Abiodun, because it is no longer, we are no longer interested in just talking. We need action from the so-called governor. Let me get this out. 1 second, please. Let me get this out. So, 1 second, please. I am just finding this information for you. We need to just make sure that these are the kind of, you cannot avoid this, Governor Dapo Abiodun. Let me see. 1 second. Okay, it's not that one. I'm just, look, 1 second. I will get there. Trust me. I'm going to make sure you have this information. And Governor Dapo Abiodun, so I want to leave you in no doubt. We will leave you in no doubt as to what we're saying. And you must take action, Governor Dapo Abiodun. We are demanding that you take action on behalf of the Ogun citizens who elected you into office. They elected you into office. Now you've abandoned them. And that's unacceptable. We've waited. People have waited. We've waited. And now we are talking to you directly. We want this message to get to Governor Dapo Abiodun directly. Whoever can, make sure he gets this message directly. He cannot ignore it. He has abandoned the people of Ogun State to the Fulani terrorists, which we've now given you ample evidence to confirm and show to you that they are being armed. Okay? They are being armed. So let me just see if I can find this. Let me see. Let me just get this. Second. Let me see if I can find this one. Just bear with me. I just want to make sure you get this now.
Idan ba gwamnati ta daure man wanda yake cikin daji ya ta'addan.
Now, I am going to show you this now because I'm dead. I couldn't wait any longer. I couldn't wait any longer because it is something that you need to hear. So, Governor Dapo Abiodun, I'm sure you might have. We want to help you. We want to help you do your job because you're not doing your job. So, here is what we will do for you. Let's see. Is that it? No, it's not. Okay, one more thing. I'll just try one more time. Let me see. Is that it? No, it's not there at this point in time. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. I'll get there. Okay. So we'll do this now. We will make it easier for you. We want you to hear. Governor Dapo Abiodun, you're still there. Now, watch this, Governor Dapo Abiodun. Watch this. This is for you. And the words are on there. I kid you not. The federal government of Nigeria, yeah, they're the ones arming Fulanis with AK-47. And I'm going to say the word for word what this young man is saying. Please make sure this message gets to Governor Dapo Abiodun, because he's saying he's trying to quell there's nothing to quell. You do not discuss with people who are walking around with guns, killing Yoruba people in Yoruba land. You send them out of the place. That's what you do. You don't go to Abuja to solve this. The people who are being killed are in Ogun State. Why are you going to Abuja? The people who are being killed are in Ogun State. Tell me, why are you going to Abuja? The people who are being killed are Ogun State people. Why are you going to Abuja? Why? Listen to this video.
Idan ba gwamnati ta daure man wanda yake cikin daji ya ta'addanci ba Allah ubangiji ya tsine ma Allah dauki rayuwata.
Now I'm going to pause it. It says here, I swear to the Almighty God that the government is the one arming us. Are you hearing, Governor Dapo Abiodun? Now let's go back to what you said in your comment. I want to just break it down one by one so you understand. Now, in your comment about what was happening, you said, you see, listen now. This is what you said, Governor Dapo Abiodun. Your words, not mine. I'm going to read your words back to you. Now, let me see now. I want to read this to you about what you said. Now, this is despite assurances from State Governor Dapo Abiodun that security operatives have been deployed to the troubled Yewa border communities, including Emeko, after 2 weeks of unrest allegedly caused by herdsmen. Abiodun had promised that the deployment would ensure there was no violence. You promised to ensure that there was no violence. There was violence, and people had to flee. Now, we are telling you that the people who carried out the violence, they are being supplied AK-47 by the federal government of Nigeria. Do you understand that, Governor Dapo Abiodun? Do you understand that? Listen to this again. You see, this is a so-called repentant Fulani terrorist. So-called. Listen to the next words, oh. Listen to the next words. Listen. Now, listen, Governor Dapo Abiodun. The next line, he says, we Fulanis don't know guns. We only know how to rear cows. Did you hear me? Let me read it to you again, Governor Dapo Abiodun, in case you missed it. We Fulani don't know guns. We only know how to rear cows. That's what he said. That's what he said, though. Now, you are saying, your words are, let me see. You say, so now you know that this guy now, who's been given a gun, is a so-called Fulani herdsman, because he said we only know how to rear cows. So you can see now there is a link. I'm trying to break this down for you so that there is nowhere for you to hide, Governor Dapo Abiodun. There'll be nowhere for you to hide. Listen to this now. So your line, this is what you said, and I'm showing people now your line of what you said. Let me just go back up. 1 second. I want to read that to you. Can you see? Can you guys see what I'm saying? I want to read that bit. Let me do this. I'll do this. When I get there, I will show you. 1 minute. So, yeah. One minute. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. I'm coming. I just want to help the governor to do his job. I'm trying to give you evidence, because you can point to this evidence to the federal government. And by the way, why has the National Security Advisor not said anything when people of Ogun State have fled Ogun State and moved into border towns in the Republic of Benin, and yet the National Security Officer and National Security Agency Minister Baba Gana Mongono has said not a word about this for over 2 weeks? Why? Governor Dapo Abiodun, you are the Chief Security Officer for Ogun State. That is the question I will leave to you. You don't need to go to Abuja. You need to secure your people in your state right now. Now, let's go back to the point I was trying to on. Now, go up, 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 no, get there. Okay. Now, this is what you said. I'll help you. It says here, the Ogun I'll give you this heads up. You need some help, obviously. Now, you said your word, so you know about herdsmen, and there's a connection now. You see in the picture above, it says, we Fulani don't know guns, we only know how to rear cows. So, you know now that this man is a so-called herder that has been given arms. And now, to link to that, what you said, Abiodun had promised that the deployment would ensure that there was no violence again. And furthermore, at the top of the line, you said Yewa border communities, including Imeko and after 2 weeks, allegedly caused by after unrest caused allegedly by herdsmen. So we now know. So you are aware. Let me read your words again. It says Dapo Abiodun. This is despite assurances from Governor of Ogun State, Dapo Abiodun, that the security operatives have been deployed to the troubled Yewa border communities, including Imeko, after 2 weeks of unrest, allegedly is your word, caused by Fulani, by herdsmen. And we know when we say herdsmen, they are Fulani. I think we can both agree on that, Governor Dapo Abiodun. You can agree with that. So now you mentioned herdsmen. Now I'm giving you evidence now that the herdsmen are being equipped by the federal government. Because now, you said herdsmen there. He said, we Fulanis don't know guns. We only know how to rear cows. Now, listen to the next bit. Governor Dapo Abiodun, listen. Listen to this one.
Bahilla ce saniya aka san shi da ita sai noma. Saniya ba ta haihuwa bindiga.
Now, listen to this now. To make sure that you put a stop to this in Ogun State. Start with your state. You have the opportunity to get a head start on this. It says here, cows don't give birth to guns. I swear to God, we just sat down and were supplied AK-47 by the government. Are you hearing me, Governor Dapo Abiodun? Governor Dapo Abiodun, are you hearing me? Are you hearing me, Governor Dapo Abiodun? Are you hearing me? This young man, this young Fulani man said, cows don't give birth to guns. Listen, cows don't give birth to guns. I swear to God, we just sat down and were supplied AK-47 by the government. Now, you and I can both agree that you said, you've mentioned the word herdsman in your comment, and I'll highlight it for those who are going to, let me highlight it for you, Governor Dapo Abiodun. Can I highlight it for you? Let me highlight it for you. Let me highlight. We just want to just help you a little bit. So there's nowhere, we don't want you to give room. There's no room for excuse. When we finish this, there will be no room for excuse for you. You have to come out and make a statement and back it up with action. You need to back it up with action. Urgent action. Now, where is it? Where is it? Give me a minute. I will find it for you. The Governor Dapo Abiodun, we will find it for you. You see, let me do this. Now, and in fact, it's a good way to spot. You will spot it when it comes. You will spot it when it comes. There we go. Here we go. You see, that is your comment there. It says here, caused by herdsmen. Now, the herdsman is this man here. He says cows don't give birth, and that is a clue. Herdsman will often talk about cows. So we can agree that this man is a quote-unquote herdsman that's been given guns. He said, cows don't give birth to guns. I swear to God, we just sat down and were supplied AK-47 by the government. So, Dapo Abiodun, your first task, in case you didn't know, you need to flush out Ogun State from all of the Fulanis because you now have evidence that they are being supplied by the government with AK-40. They are being supplied AK-47 by the government. The cows is just a cover. They go in and they start killing people. They are using guns. You need to make your people, or the people of Ogun State, safe. You cannot have Fulanis with guns in our state, in Ogun State, in Yoruba land. You cannot. You need to kick them out. We are giving you evidence that you need to act upon, Governor Dapo Abiodun. You must act upon this. Now let's carry on. So you can see now in the words there, and you can freeze frame it. I've already shown you above there. You can see it says AK-47. I did a fifth frame, so you can take a picture of that. But I'm playing it for you to understand, Governor Dapo Abiodun, so you understand what is going on. Now let's carry on.
AK-47.
You see AK-47. He even said it. See, so you can hear. Let's go back again. Let's see.
47.
So,
AK-47.
you see, it said going there AK-47. So this is now a harder that you can hear with your own. Let me just play it again, Governor Dapo Abiodun, in case you missed it. Let's just play it again, just for argument's sake. You know, here we go. So,
47.
No, one more time. One more time.
AK-47.
You see that? AK-47. He mentions AK-47. Now, you can see on the screen that he says cows don't give birth. So we know that he's a herder. So, the herders in your state, the federal government is giving them AK-47, and here is the evidence. You don't need to wait to make a decision on this one. You can take the action right now. You can start saving the life of Ogun State people by kicking out every Fulani that is coming in that they're saying they're harder because they're carrying guns, they're killing. Everywhere they go, they're killing your people. That's the evidence you need. If you don't act upon it, Governor Dapo Abiodun, it means that the people who voted for you, you have left them to be killed by AK-47 carrying Fulani herdsmen / terrorists. That's what it means. It's on your head. The blood of Ogun State people is on your hands. It's on your hands. That's what we're saying. This is the evidence. It's not hiding. It's the whole world can see this. Now, let's play on. You see?
Gwamnati ke turowa har muka samu. Mu kuma wallahi dalilin da yasa.
You see, the herdsman is saying, I am not afraid to say the truth. So you cannot doubt. You see, when you can say, oh, I'm talking nonsense. But that is the evidence, Governor Dapo Abiodun. Do you follow? Are you following what we're saying? I hope you're following. And you need to watch this video. You need to take action to protect Ogun State people. It is your responsibility, and you are not doing it. And we are here to tell you that we are watching, and we will keep putting pressure till you do it. You need to. We now have conclusive evidence that so-called herders are walking around with AK-47 in Ogun State, killing people. They need to go. And again, at this point, I reiterate my earlier message to people. Yorubas, stop eating cow meat. Stop eating cow meat. The same knife they use to cut the cow is what they use to slice you to death in your farms. The same knife they use to cut the cows is what they're using to slice our farmers to death. So stop eating cow meat. In another state, in Ekiti, a woman was made a widow by the Fulani herdsmen. She's got 4 children. The same knife they used and guns that the government supplied. Stop eating cow meat. Stop. Now, let's carry on.
Billahi lazi shekara na bakwai ina makarantan allo.
Now, let me go back there. That is a very important information I want you to have. Governor Dapo Abiodun. Not only are the government, federal government, bringing in people Fulani from outside the country, inside the country, the government, under the guise of teaching them religious teachings, Islamic religious teachings, he attended Islamia school. He says, I attended Islamia, and when I finished my school, we were given this weapon. Do you understand? Do you understand what that means? It means that the government, the federal government, were teaching homegrown terrorists ideas, tactics of how to kill people. That's why they are in our forests now, all over Ogun State, all over Southwest. The federal government are training youths, 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds, how to go and kill, how to carry out terror in communities. And that's what they're doing now. That's why they're killing us. Because the government, under the guise of religious teaching, they're teaching them how to kill Yorubas, how to kill Igbos, how to kill us in our land, and to take their land and make us afraid. And the result is our people now in Pobe. You need to take action, Governor Dapo. You must. Now, he says, I attended Islamia. Islamia is religious teachings. But now, from what you're saying, what he's saying, and when I finished school, we were given these weapons. So he graduated into a full-blown terrorist. Once he was taught and they felt, yes, he was ready to go and do the action, in his graduation, they gave him AK-47. Don't take my word for it. I can read it back for you. I want you to hear it again. Here we go. Listen to his words. You will hear him say AK-47 or Governor Dapo Abiodun. You will hear him. Listen.
Sani abata kwa bindiga AK-47.
Did you hear that? Sani imbeandi ibada AK-47. They gave him AK-47, Governor Dapo Abiodun. You cannot ignore this video because it is the whole world who will be seeing it with you. We will make sure that I tell everybody, every fan of Citizen AY, and every person who is a fan of speaking truth to power, please share this video. Make sure it gets to Governor Dapo Abiodun. The headers that he liked to say they won't do this action, the headers, this is something he wasn't aware. Let's say, because you see, our governors, they are never aware. So now that we know he wasn't aware. Now he is aware that the Fulani, so-called herdsmen, they are terrorists really. And they are trained terrorists. Because when they graduate and they are given AK-47 by our own government, by the federal government. Do you understand, Governor Dapo Abiodun? You understand what we're saying? I hope you're getting this message. You need to take action now. The people of Ogun State, they are counting on you because they voted you in. Now that they are being killed by the Fulani terrorists, your first job is to flush out the Fulani terrorists. The guns and everything must be leaving. They must leave our state because they have no right to take a life. Everyone under Section 33, every person has a right to life, and no one shall be intentionally deprived of their life. Section 33 of the Nigerian Constitution. Go read it up. Go read it up. Go read it up, Governor Dapo Abiodun. It is on your head. This is on your head. Now, I'm reading more. I'm just reminding you, this young man mentioned AK-47. He's a Fulani herder, like you say. They are all over Ogun State. You must kick them out because this is information that you weren't aware of. We are giving you. Act on it. You need to act on it. No. So let me just read it to the end and forward it again. You see? You heard? You see? You heard him say AK-47 twice now. So you cannot doubt that, Governor Dapo Abiodun. The government, the federal government are arming Fulanis to kill non-Fulanis. Yorubas, Igbos, Middle Belt. You need to take your action. The governor of Ogun State, don't go to Abuja. You need to protect people of Ogun State. They are the ones who elected you into office. They are the ones who, and now that they've been killed by the Fulani herdsmen, you need to protect them. The Fulani herdsmen have no right, if they're walking around with guns in that place, they cannot. This is, by the government, by the federal government giving them arms to kill, they have threatened, they have now, they've by their own hands dismantled Contraption Nigeria. By the federal government arming Fulani to go and kill non-Fulanis, they have by their own hands dismantled Contraption Nigeria. Do you follow what I'm saying? I hope you do, Governor Dapo Abiodun. I hope you do. Now, let us continue to play the video. You see, I am not afraid to say the truth. Listen on.
Shekara na bakwai ina makarantar allo.
So that is I want you to hear that line again. He went to Islamia school. He was taught terror tactics in Islamia school, and when they finished, what school do you suddenly go to? You went, let's just say you go to any school. When you finish studying, they will give you a completely different certificate that you haven't learned about. Have you ever heard about that before? Never. In the school, they were taught terror tactics. The result of which, when they graduated from the school, they were given AK-47 as a sign that they passed the exams. Now they can go and practicalize what they've learned in the school, which is terror tactics. They've learned terror tactics. Governor Dapo Abiodun and not all the other governors, take this video. Every state governor must be aware. Every state governor in the southwest, southeast, middle belt must be aware of this. We need to get behind Governor Otom and protect our people. The Fulani by their own hands destroyed the integrity of the contraption called Nigeria. And we must break away because we have clear evidence now by their actions supplying Fulanis with weapons under the guise of religious teachings, teaching them terror tactics and killing tactics. And when they finish, they graduated, they're giving them AK-47. They have threatened and dismantled by their own hands the contraption called Nigeria. This is an evidence I'm placing before the whole world. And you, as a governor, you must act on it. You must act on it. And the other governors, Akeredolu, Seyi Makinde, Sanwo-Olu or Sanwo-Olu, all the others. This is unacceptable. You must do everything in your power now to flush out the Fulani they are carrying around AK-47. That's the job that the federal government gave them to do in our land. Do you understand now, Governor Dapo Abiodun? Here we go. So now he's saying, I'm wondering what to do with my life now. That is all dramatics. He would not be saying this without giving the people behind him are all government officials. And I'm sure there might be somebody that you even know, Governor Dapo Abiodun. You see? So, there you have it. So, Governor Dapo Abiodun, we've given you enough evidence, and it's on the screen. So, let me pull this off. Let me pull this off for you. So, Governor Dapo Abiodun, you're back now. So, you're back. We're looking at you. We're asking a question. Why have you abandoned Ogun citizens in Republic of Benin following the killings carried out by Fulani herdsman/terrorists? Let's give them that, but they're still terrorists. Why? Please, ladies and gentlemen, when you get this video, as you are seeing it, hear it, share it, make sure it reaches Governor Dapo Abiodun. We need to speak truth to power. Our people are being killed, and we cannot be silent anymore. This is injustice. This is a war crime. This is a federal government arming Fulanis to kill non-Fulanis. The evidence is right before you. And are we going to be quiet as people, as Yoruba people? No. Speak up about it. Speak up. Let's speak truth to power. Join me on this journey. We need to confront evil. We need to confront this horrendous killings. And by the actions of the Fulani, they have by their own hands dismantled contraption Nigeria, because they have given guns to Fulanis, kids, 16-year-old, 17-year-old. On graduation, they are given AK-47 to go and carry out the killings they learned in the so-called Islamia schools. The evidence is here. Doubt it if you want, but it is very, very damning. You cannot ignore it. Governor Dapo Abiodun, we're starting with you. We need to see you take action to protect Ogun State citizens, Ogun State Yoruba people, the people of Ogun State. The herders must go. The herders are destroying the crops of Ogun people. And then the same Fulani are trying to bring us crops from the north. And they keep it, and you are not compensating the farmers. We ask again, how much have you paid to farmers whose crops have been destroyed by the Fulani herdsman? How much? How much? How much? How much? How much? How much? We are giving you evidence that you cannot ignore. The Fulani herders, they are terrorists who are carrying AK-47 that the government gave them. Cows don't give birth to guns. I swear to God, we just sat down and were supplied AK-47 by the government. And that is the government, federal government of Nigeria. And if you notice, Babagana Mongono has not said anything about the fact that citizens of Nigeria have fled from Ogun State to Benin Republic. There's a Fulani man. Go figure. Go figure. Go figure. Governor Dapo Abiodun, the citizens of Ogun State are waiting on you. You need to take action to protect their lives. That's what you are. Do you promise to serve them? Now you're not serving them. You've left them at the mercy of the Fulani killers, Fulani terrorists. You've left them at the mercy of Fulani terrorists. That's what you've done. And you need to take action to protect them. That's what they elected you in office for. You failed in doing that. Now you need to take action to protect Ogun citizens. Bring them back to their land. They've been kicked off their land by Fulani terrorists who have been given guns by the federal government. The evidence is before you. Ladies and gentlemen, please share this broadcast. I am speaking about this because we have to speak truth to power. Whatever it takes, let's speak truth to power. Let's make sure that the people, this is injustice. And if we're silent in the face of injustice, we will never get a better nation. We will never get a nation that will function if we're silent. And like I said, the actions of the federal government in giving AK-47 to Fulanis to go and kill non-Fulanis, they have pressed the button to dismantle contraption Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for watching this podcast. Please share far and wide. Share far and wide. Join me on this journey where we will continue to speak truth to power. You can play your part. It's not only Citizen AY, it's not only Heritage TV Multimedia, it's not Crystal TV alone, it's not Concern More Yoruba, it's not many others. So many other. It's not Simon Ekpa alone. We all need to take. It's not Yomi Koiki alone. You can take action just like I am doing. Start today. Don't wait till tomorrow. Let the whole world know that the federal government of Nigeria is engaged in arming Fulanis, training them under the guise of religious training, training them in terror tactics, how to kill Southerners, non-Fulanis. And then when those students graduate, the proof of their graduation, they give them AK-47. And the evidence is here. You are very much needed in this struggle. Join us. We must all stand together collectively. We can get our freedom. We will get Oduduwa Nation. We will get Biafra Nation. We will get Middle Belt. The evidence is there. The government are the ones who have dismantled contract in Nigeria by their actions. Federal government, the government that's meant to protect the citizens, have now supplied weapons to now kill the same citizens, and we are expected to be in the same contraption. I'm doing something here, and this is just to help. I have this product that I'm using, AG Sarah. And that product, it's a plant-based product, and what I've started using it myself. I've been using it since around about December time. I started using it, and I've been keeping notes. Now it's 1 sachet a day. You take a sachet a day, yeah. So I take a sachet a day, and 1 in the morning I do, and that's what it is. And you just open it and pour it under your tongue, and in the morning, before anything else, and then you drink warm water with it. Now, what I've done, as you all know, I've got chronic pain. So with the chronic pain, it made things really bad. And a friend of mine who also had issues, she said, "Oh, why don't you try this? This is what I use. I try and it helps me." And I thought, I tried everything else, CBD oil, everything else. It wasn't really, after a while, it wasn't really helping. So I used it. I started using this for about 2 months now. And I can see that it is helping. I'm not saying it stopped the pain totally, but it's made it manageable for me. It's more manageable. I'm still in chronic pain. I still can't walk far because of my chronic back pain. I've got metal plates in my back. So that is an issue. So I use a mobility scooter to get around if I have to walk far, but all that, I'm still doing this because I passionately believe in our nation. But this is something that it might be beneficial to people. And they sell this product all over the world. So if you're interested, do get in touch with Citizen AY. Leave a message in the comment box or inbox me on the number that you see there. WhatsApp me and talk to me about AG Sarah. And I can tell you how we can go about doing that. And that can be helpful. This is all to help. What I would actually like to say is that I recognize that we have our own products back home. What we need to do to be able to have safety and security to allow those things to flourish. And then we can promote it just like we're promoting this. Because they can only promote things like this from Malaysia and other countries because their country is very safe and secure. We don't have that in Nigeria, in that contraption called Nigeria, or in Yoruba land. And this time, when we get Yoruba land, we are going to provide conditions in which people, our local medicines will be sold around the world and promoted just like we're promoting this one. So, but in the meantime, please, if you're interested in this, if it can help you, it's meant to help with in terms of diabetes and other things as well. It's meant to help. I don't know, but I can only vouch for what I've done so far. If it resonates with you, please do share it. It's called AG Sarah. Get in touch. The number is on the screen. So there we have that done. What I want to say at this point is please subscribe to us. Click on the button that you see on the screen, the red button on Citizen AY on YouTube. Go and do so now. I thank you all for joining me. Talk soon. Bye for now. Bye.